Nobel Prize winner in medicine for discovering the vaccine to yellow fever. Elon Musk, inventor and entrepreneur, who developed the first commercially available electric vehicle in the world, and also the co-founder to PayPal. Oscar Pistorius, double amputee, multiple gold winner at the Paralympics, also the first person in the world as a Paralympian to compete in the able-bodied Olympics. John Smith, the most capped South African rugby player of all time, and also the 2007 Rugby World Cup winning captain. And me, David Smith. What do we all have in common, apart from the fact that we are very good looking? We all went to this school, Pretoria Boys High School. The school was said to have not only, well, it had a motto of taking boys and making them into great South African men. It boasted numerous rugby and cricket pitches, a number of tennis and squash courts. It had an Olympic-sized swimming pool, Olympic-sized athletics track, and it also had the most amazing music department with a Dixie band, a pipe band, a folk group, and a symphony orchestra. It boasted amazing facilities as well. So when my parents came to me and said, "Dave, would you like to enroll in that school?" I jumped at the chance, mainly because my best friend was going there at the time. So I enrolled. And my mother, that was a self-taught guitar player, actually came to me and said, "Dave, how about enrolling in a music course?" Okay, no problem, let's give it a go. So my first music lesson, and I was in front of a Spanish woman teaching me how to play Spanish guitar with a new student next to me. We were wide-eyed and eager to absorb the information coming from her. It was quite evident that my friend was a better absorber than I was. He was advancing a lot quicker. He was getting kind of pieces to play, and the teacher was focusing more attention on him than she was on me. I remember going back home to hostel at lunchtime every day, and I'd walk past my friend playing the guitar on the steps, and an ever-increasing amount of boys gathering around him as he played the latest rock songs from the radio. I, meanwhile, was struggling to find places to practice. I would sit outside my dormitory window late at night, the only place that had light, and I'd be, A, 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 B, 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 E, 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 before one of the senior boys would inevitably open the window and shout out, "One more letter out of that guitar, Dave, and I'm going to wrap it over your head." So that pretty much ended my practice sessions outside the dormitory. In fact, I struggled to find places to practice. But eventually it came to the final end-of-year concert, an opportunity for us to show our parents and the entire school what we had learned in that year. My friend, he went first. He played the most amazing compilation as he sat down of Gypsy King Spanish compilation that was just awe-inspiring. In fact, so awe-inspiring that the entire audience got up and were just giving them a standing ovation. In fact, the way I remember it is that there were some parents shouting, "Encore, encore." But he didn't have a chance, because there were other parents at the back going, "Na, na, 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 hey Jude," before the entire audience took over and was, "Na, na, 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 na." And my friend, at the front, soaking it up, hair wet from sweat, and living it up, going, na 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 na, hey Jude. As the Hey Judes quietened down, people got back in their seats. It was my turn. I came up. I nervously put my footrest down. With hands shaking, I was putting up the music stand. I turned to page 4 of my beginner's manual. Page 4 was as far as I got. I picked up my guitar, composed myself, took a deep breath, and I began to play the hardest piece I could. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. There was no Hey Jude for me. There was no standing ovation. I did get, oh, at least he tried. Later, my mom came up to me and she goes, Dave, it wasn't too bad, was it? Oh no, it wasn't too great. She goes, I did notice some mistakes though. Yes, my school has made some of the greatest men in South Africa. In fact, some of the greatest men in this world. But since my guitar playing days, I'm happy to give everything a go. But I've decided just to be.